The European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker will meet with President Trump later on today. An interesting meeting coming up. Here's what Mr. Trump had to say about trade last night. Roll tape.
What the European Union is doing to us is incredible. How bad? They made $151 billion last year, our trade deficit. I said, you have to change. They didn't want to change. I said, okay, good. We're going to tariff your cars. They said, when can we show up? When can we be there? Would tomorrow be okay?
I like this guy. It's funny. You know, you watch the guy, it's funny. Let's bring in a European for some commentary, shall we? He's an Englishman, actually. He's Nigel Farage, Fox News contributor, European Parliament member, no less. Nigel, seriously, do you think there's any room for some give on the part of the Europeans? Can they bend a little towards us?
Well, I think that the truth needs to be exposed here, because the European Union presents itself on the world stage as the good guys. You know, we're the guys that are for free trade. Trump's the bad guy. He's the protectionist. And the point is, not only is the trade deficit 150 billion between the European Union and the USA, incidentally, it's 100 billion between the European Union and the UK. But what they do, what the EU do to America, is put very heavy tariffs on motor cars, on food, and a whole range of products. So the truth of it is, the real protectionists here are actually the European Union. And the effect of Trump, threatening to put 20% tariffs perhaps on German motor cars is now what you've got is the German car industry demanding that actually all tariffs are dropped. So it's going to be very interesting. But you've got to remember that the European Union, Mr. Juncker, their president, who sits next to me, ironically, in the European Parliament, this is a bureaucracy. It takes a long time to make decisions, and I would be surprised if we get much headway today.
You'd be surprised. I would have thought it would be the other way round. I would have thought that the pressure is on Germany, especially Angela Merkel. I mean, because the Germans just have to export cars. They've got to. That's the be-all and end-all of their economy.
Yeah.
I would have thought that we've got enough pressure on them to come up with some advance towards a deal.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Germany is a country run by a government that's elected. Mr. Juncker has not been elected by anybody. He can't be removed by anybody. The European Commission is a bureaucracy accountable to no one. And even when that ship decides it wants to change course, it takes a long, long time. But you're right, the German car industry are beginning to make their voices heard.
OK. You attended an event to support Pennsylvania Republican Congressman Lou Barletta. Why is an Englishman with a very strong British accent over here supporting a Republican congressman in Pennsylvania? What are you up to?
Because there is, and President Trump himself said during the campaign, we're a movement, right? We're a movement. And actually, right across the West, there is a movement. It's a movement of people who believe in putting the nation state ahead of organisations like the European Union. And it's a movement of people who are prepared to speak up honestly and openly about immigration and what it can do. And Lou Barletta, when he was the mayor of Hazleton, dealt with illegal immigration by applying the law, as well as any mayor in America has done so. And that's what we share. We may have different passports, we may have different accents, but we do share a common goal in terms of where we want politics to go in the world.
Last one. I want to go back to Europe. They've got European... I think there's elections coming up for the European Parliament or the European Commission. I'm not sure which it is. But
Parliament.
Parliament. I suspect that Parliament's going to look very different after the current elections. Am I right?
Oh, do you know something? When I first went to the European Parliament in 1999, I was literally just about the only person in the whole room who thought their country should leave the European Union and be independent. And after the European elections, which take place at the end of May next year, there are going to be a lot of people. Some will be outright rejectionists, others will be super reformers. I would estimate that 25 to 30% of the seats in the next European Parliament will be held by parties and members who are deeply sceptical of being controlled by unelected bureaucrats like Jean-Claude Juncker. And I think Brexit, and what Brexit's done, it's opened up the whole debate right across Europe.
That indeed would be a sea change, Nigel Farage, and thanks very much for being with us this morning again. We'll see you soon, Nigel. Thank you, sir.